Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blungubani and this is the Blungubani YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. Please make sure that you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already so that you can join this bomb family for this bomb content. So in today's video we are going to be unbraiding my hair whilst also sharing a story time of the worst friendship breakup that I've had. Woo! So today's story time goes way back. Linda Bale. The story started in grade 7. There was this girl in our class, a new student in our class. I think she transferred or something, but she had moved into town. And she basically knew me as the goofy kid. Like, I was very goofy. Primary school, like, it was nobody's business. Like, I was always getting into trouble. And you know, she knew me as that. So one Slimana day, she was not going to be fetched from school. At that particular time, she had already like established herself with the elites of, you know, the grade. People around her were the elite popular girls of the school. So when that had happened, she had to walk to get taxis that day. So we had gotten acquainted to each other at that point. I'm telling this story because that is the first time we actually encountered each other and we had a conversation that I remember. So the conversation during the year obviously was just that, Guti, like, where are you going in high school? And I already knew Guti, I'm gonna go to Lynn Park High School. She was always going to go to this rich high school. We get to high school and lo and behold, she's here and I'm here and I'm there and we're there. Obviously we know each other, so we're going to be with each other because we are the only group that know each other at this particular point in time. First day of school, we don't know anybody, we just know each other. We're helping each other navigate high school, navigate this new space that we're in, and just trying to figure ourselves out. Time goes and then we are separated into the different classes. We had gotten closer obviously as time has gone by. I had also started doing sports. I was also like engaging with other people at this point. I was also building relationships with other people as well. I don't know when, you know, I don't know when all of this started, but I think the primary problem with just the relationship and how it fell out is that she had a different image of who I am, and she was always constantly trying to humble me into the image that she thought that I was. You know, perhaps I was that person at some point, but we are human beings. We're constantly evolving, we're constantly growing. We are never the same. Personally, I always invest and try to be better. Generally, it's the first red flag with just our friendship overall. Guti, she has had me in a box and she didn't want me to move from that box and move from what she already decided Guti I am, like who I am. She already decided, and everything else came from the place that you're this, therefore thus stay in your place, stay in your lane. Who do you think that you are? As time is going, you know, she starts complaining to me about her self-image, how she looks, you know. And one of the things that I really didn't appreciate is that I was always the contrast in what she was comparing herself to. Like, I don't like how I look. I mean, look at you look like this, you fit. Obviously I'm going to be fit because why? Because I'm doing a lot of sports, you know. So obviously I go to training 3 times a week, and she always complained to me about it, and I was always like very lenient and open with it. Okay, what do you need me to do? How can I assist you? How can I help you in you getting to how you want to look like? If you're feeling like this about yourself, maybe try this and this and this and this and this and this and this. But she was always on the, I feel like this, but look at you. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how was I supposed to help you if you're constantly comparing yourself to me? If you're setting me up for a bar, knowing very well, Goti, there are so many factors that contribute to how a person looks physically. Genes, my mom did a lot of sports, so lao my genes they got to me, you know, and I also did a lot of sports, so that combination So I was constantly trying to lift her up, lift her spirits, but in the process of that, she constantly broke me down in that, because she also doesn't know how I felt about myself, how I felt about my self-image, how I looked at myself, because I also was fairly insecure about my body. Not to say about everything, but there were parts of me that I was very insecure about. And for her to point it out and be like, angazuguthi I have it all together, for me it was just like, okay. So at this point, I was in a group of my own, and she was also in a group of her own, and every time like we would interact, she would subliminally throw jabs at me, like she would try to humble me. I just didn't get it. So okay, you know, and I didn't want to focus on it because I'm not a very confrontational person. I hate confronting people. I hate confrontation. I'm a very hands-on person. Like, I like to do things for myself. If I want to get things done, I will get it done, you know. I'm that kind of person. And she would, you know, take those character traits of mine, that that assertiveness in myself and the things that I want to do, and make a mockery of them in front of other people. Like, if I wanted to move my table or my desk from one side of the classroom to another side, she was just like, I vele when you shagazul. Like, and every time like people would compliment me, go to, oh my gosh, that was such a good game yesterday, wara wara, oh my gosh, you played really well, I went a vele shagazul. Girl, just compliment me, just say that was a good game. It's cool, you know. And also there was this one time that, so I played hockey and soccer in high school mainly, but I was not limited to that. So there was this one time that I wanted to try out netball. I didn't end up doing netball because it clashed with training times with hockey, and also the matches. Like, when we had hockey matches, we also had netball matches, and we travel all together. Yeah, so that was the issue. And I loved hockey more than I did netball. So yeah, so there was that time, yeah, I was thinking of doing netball, and then she was just like, "Funan go in ala, how? Igwako inla, igwako, ayibo basalwan." But I didn't leave because of that. But I left because of the fact that it's clashing with hockey. It's clashing with hockey. So at this time in our friendship or relationship, I was. You know when you know something. Oftentimes I know something, but it's a delulu take over. It's a delusion. I'm taking over. Like, I'm being delusional. I can see this person doesn't like me. I can see it. Like, she is in my face about it. But who has taken over? Delulu. Delusion has taken over. There's nothing I can do at that point. Time goes, and then there's a moment where I break up with the friendship group that I had been a part of. And because like I had been in that friendship group since grade 8, yeah, I was devastated. Like, I was hurt, I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to identify myself with. I joined a group, yeah. So when I joined the group, a little after, we also went and became my library monitors. So basically we worked and assisted at the library with books, giving out books, lending books, just basically everything that happens in the library. We were there to assist, and yeah, we were helping run the library, the school library. During that time where I joined her group, I had gotten like acquainted to her friends. Yeah, and at that time I think we were in grade 10, so we had already picked our subject, and we were doing accounting. So when we were doing accounting, myself and the other ladies that were initially in her group, but now we were acquaintances, we all did accounting. So in that process of doing accounting, we started getting closer. You know, we were close, in that sense that we saw each other during accounting, and I think maths at some points. mad. So now we were interacting a lot together. We were in each other's space quite often, and you know, it was that nothing imbi at that point, yabo. Indaba ke yaqala la. The ndaba siqala dear. The story started here. The nkinga, the ngxaki. Not ingxaki. There was a boy. Yabona nje indaba mayinomfana yahlupha. Yahlupha nje indaba mayinomfana. I feel like I'm gonna finish the story even before I finish doing my hair. Like I'm plaiting my hair, but it's fine. It's fine. I think we're in grade 11 now. Yeah, well, the previous year I had been at the school, boarding school, but then this is not my lot in life. There's a lot going on there. So I had moved out of the school hostel, and then during my time there was this boy that I used to spend a lot of time with, and we were like studying together, and he helped me with my maths, you know. So when he helped me with my maths, that's catchy. And then when I moved out of the hostel, like when I moved out of the school, boarding school, I went back to being a day scholar. So obviously with this gent, what are we gonna name him? We're going to name him Rugby. Yeah, let's just name him Rugby. So Rugby and I, you know, we had gotten close to each other, and you know, we're warming up to being more than just tutoring partners. Now at this point, I think at our friendship I was intentionally avoiding her, like, because I just felt like she's oversensitive, and in the process of her being oversensitive, she doesn't consider what she says and what comes out of her mouth might potentially harm me or make me feel some type of way. I just felt like she was just speaking and she didn't consider my feelings in the process of whatever she was speaking, and most of the time she was very accusatory in approaching me, in engaging with me. So I just had kind of detached myself from just having a friendship that is wholesome, in the sense that I communicate, you communicate, we find common ground. But she was always like kind of approaching me with that I am such a horrible friend, I'm such a horrible person, wada. And a lot of things had happened to me over the course of the 4 years at this point, and she was just there to just always, this is why all these things are happening to you, because of this and this and this and this and this. And mind you, this person at this point, I had shared like a lot of things that had happened in my life and even my personal things. So she knew me like that, you know. And I want to understand if it was just another person out there in the world who doesn't know me like that and has an opinion about me. Yeah, well, that doesn't land the way someone who knows you and then like I will like perverts your character. I mean, I'm not perfect. I was never perfect, and I'm not a perfect friend, but I make sure that for the people that are in my heart, I will go to the ends of the world for them. Ake athi ngiqhubeke ingxaki iyaqala ngokuthi me and this boy ke umfana athi yes boy, I'll be your girlfriend. And obviously, naturally, I told her about it. So she goes, oh, okay, by the way, me and Rugby are together now. We're an item. So in the process of me dating Rugby, we dated for a short period of time because Ugeli was here. Ugeli was here with indaba. So she was constantly always telling me how horrible this guy is. She and this guy were in the same class. So Kelly always insisted so much so that this guy is such a horrible person. They were saying such perverted things about me with his friends. And he's mean to them. Like, he's not a good person overall. So Mina, being a person of like, you can't be mean to my friends and be good to me, like that is giving weird vibes, yeah, because how can you be mean to the people that I love, that I care about, that I cherish, and then also be genuinely care about me. No, I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Like, for me, it didn't click at the time. Why wasn't the guy such a mean person before we started dating, but suddenly he was mean to her and my friends when we started dating? You know, I believed her and she was my friend. I took her word for it. And then there were moments where it was like it's working for her favor. I'm walking past and then something happens and then she's like, oh, yabon, and she's connecting the dots for me. She's like, and I'm like, I connected my dots. And then I ended up breaking up with the guy. Shame, I broke his heart. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry about that. I didn't know. So when me and the guy broke up, obviously it hurt. He confide again, the same person that, you know, was the primary reason why we broke up with the gent. With she's comforting me. She's acting like, oh, you did the best thing you could do for yourself. Wada and Andy. But now I know, I know, okay, that was not genuine. But at the time I was just like, oh man, maybe she's not such a bad friend after all. So at this point in time, I think we were in matric. No. And on matric, I had started dating this other older gent. Older of the oldest gent. We will come into the story something. When this gent came into the picture, he came and like he was promising me the heavens and the earth. So at that time, conversations of getting married and, you know, settling down so obviously in matric for me, I also felt like I felt very, very, very nervous, and I was very, very much scared of what the future held. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know, like, I was very much scared because at this point we were in the second half of the year. So the ideas that this guy sold me, I was just like, oh, okay, well, at least I will get to escape and do that and be that. Ngahamba-ke mina ngatshela abangani bami, yabo, but nakhona, like, not in a very serious way ukuthi hawe ma guys ilalelani, yabo, but in a very goofy way, knowing me, I probably knew that was not gonna happen. Like, that is not my future and that is not my lot in life. I probably low-key knew that, but because of the fact that I was nervous and I was scared of my future, if I'm gonna pass my matric, one time I'm telling my friends that I'm like, oh my gosh, listen to me. Now it's very goofy. I'm very goofy about it, and I think we were standing we're standing at the bus stop, matrics, and we're making noise, we're rowdy, and we just goofy like that. I'm gonna insert a video of me dancing because I want you to get a sense of, like, what we were doing is stupid. Like, it was just a vibe, you know, it was just a vibe. Chilling there. So when you're chilling there, you know, everybody's there. Like, I felt like if it was like a serious thing, it was something that I genuinely was looking forward to, or I was genuinely, like, that I genuinely believed, I wouldn't have shared it with just everyone. It's with just everyone. Because I was loud. Like, when I was talking, I would be so loud. Like, I would be loud. Me loud, like, nakhona I'm throwing in jokes. It's fun, it's funny. It's just a relaxed vibe, hey? We just relaxed, like, we relaxed like that. I'm just joking. Like, you know, I'm adding theatrics, man. Like, I'm just blurting out ukuthi lelani mina ngizoshada mina. Yabona, I'm just joking like that. Like, it wasn't something so serious. Hence, again, I'm emphasizing that I spoke it basically to everyone that was there, every matric student that was there. And nakhona I'm just throwing jokes, nakhona nje I'm just kidding, yabo. Oh, Kelly, she's laughing. The friend is laughing. Like, she's laughing with everybody else. There is no God. It's a hamp. Metahama, she's not saying anything to me. Obviously, she's giggling with everybody else. She's laughing. Yabona, yabona. So we go separate homes. The minute I got England, and I'm thinking, man, it's just vibes. It's just chilled. I don't even take half the things I was saying seriously because, again, in my heart of hearts, I kind of knew that that was not my life. Tell me why. Tell me why. The moment I got home, now I had a tablet at that time. So a message to the screen, yonke. She's giving it to me. She's telling me how so selfish and self-centered I am. How could I just speak about that? Guys, why do I think that my life is better than other people's lives? How I'm thinking I'm better than everyone else? Why do I think it's okay for me to say the things that I said today? Just because my things are working out together sooner than most people's lives are and things doesn't make me better than them, doesn't make me as good have achieved in this life. You will be humbled because you think of that and that and that and that. Hey, one give girl. Hey, one nika. Yo, she gave it to me like nobody's business. So I was obviously so shook about that encounter. Just reading that message, I was so shook about it. So could see, where is all of this coming from? Like everybody else, she was also even laughing. So where in between those moments did she think she's doing this because she thinks she's better than us? Now, out of everyone that was there, nobody else came to me and said, hey, what she said was not right. It didn't land right. It was not okay because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, we are guys from at a personal level. She knows me. She knows my family. She knows everything that I say goes on at home. She knows me. So at that point, I didn't understand the message that she sent me. Like, I was so confused and dumbfounded by it. So where is all of this coming from? Forwarded the message to our mutual friend. Like, dude, in any of the conversation, in any of the things that I was saying today, Ipastobi, did I come across as arrogant, rude, or undermining other people's futures of all lives in any shape or form? And my friend was very comforting in the sense that he was like, no man, but she knows what you're like this. You are always like this. You're always joking about things. I'm like this. So I'm so surprised to see the moment I speak about how my life is going to look like next year, you feel the need to humble me. Nakhona not even like ukuthi hayibo kahle wena kahle bo, like not in a sense ukuthi hey kahle wena hawu uyaphapha kahle umancane yabo, but in a hayibo in a very convicted stance in just saying everything you're saying because you're so convicted of what you're saying to be the ultimate truth about this person. And I think then I didn't even confront her about it. Hey, so I told my friend, and then my friend was just like, that's how she is, yabo. And then the next day, tell me why she's acting like nothing happened. Tell me why she's even laughing at my jokes. She's smiling at me. Why are you laughing? Didn't you just humble me yesterday? Didn't you just say how such a horrible person I am? Why are you smiling? Why, when I'm saying jokes with other people, are you laughing? It's not for you. It's not for you. But I think for me, that was just really it for our friendship, because I really didn't understand, Wuti, how can you know me for 6 years and be so convicted that I'm such a villain in life and still want to be my friend? Like, if I'm such a horrible person, why are you my friend? Like, don't be my friend. Like, walk away, just cut me off. Unganginaki, ngizibe. But don't also try to be actively my friend in front of the people. Because now the next day she's smiling, she's giggling when I'm throwing jokes, you know. Because I'm trying as well. I'm hurt, but I'm also trying to just get by life because I don't understand this. And that is not my truth. And that is not the stance in which I took on when I had shared all of the things that I was sharing. Sister stopping. And I can't, like, on the next day I asked a couple of people, would see, oh, did I come across as this and this and this and this when I was saying these things? But they were just like, no, we know you most, we know you, that kind of character. And for me, that really bummed me up because I was so hurt to see this person, no matter what I do or say or think or am, even if I don't breathe, they'll constantly see me as a villain. So I think for me, I had decided that was the end of the friendship there and then after just that encounter. But obviously, because I'm not a very confrontational person, I distanced myself from like the whole going back and forth with her. So in me just leaving things like that is because me Nanji generally annoys her, and I can't convince her otherwise of who I am. I just kind of accepted the fate of the friendship, and it is what it was. And unfortunately, because we were in a mutual group and I'm still also engaging with the other people, I had to be cordial, because I also still like to be friends with these other people, with the friends that are in the group, you know. And because most of the times that we get together is when all of us are seeing each other because we're all mutual friends. So I was always just cordial about that, and you know, like I just kept on like nothing was wrong. Like I was carrying on like nothing was wrong. But obviously I was hurting, I was heartbroken, but it is what it was, and there's nothing I can take away. There's nothing that I can do that it will ever be right in this girl's eyes. And I must just remove myself from the situation, because the more I stay there, the more that I'm getting hurt, and the more I'm so villainized for the character that I have, that if someone is villainizing my character, villainizing the way and who I am, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, so we wrote our final exams, and then we went our separate ways. I'd applied at UKZ and they took me, and then I was schooling there. So in the duration of me, I'm now figuring myself out, I'm finding my way, and I'm feeling like because now I was like physically able to get away from her and get away from a lot of things, and just basically establish myself altogether in university and figure myself out outside of the comfort zones and outside of the bubble that was high school. So I'm just minding my business, mind you, at this point we were still in a WhatsApp group with, like, all of us are still in a WhatsApp group. Pata, every once in a while I'll just get a random text message from her saying something horrible and nasty about me, and you know, and at that point I still felt obliged to engage with her. I still very much felt obligated to be her friend, you know. But again, there's a point where I decided that I don't want to be her friend anymore. I'm good, I'm fine. Sinkatele to be villainized, sinkatele to be constantly seen in this light. Even though I'm actively trying to not be seen in that light, so I walked away. And then I think that same year or the following year, she sent me a text message. But I think it was also my attempts in just trying to be like, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe it wasn't such a horrible friendship. Like, I'm so convinced, I'm trying so much to be like, maybe it wasn't so bad, you know, it wasn't so bad, so that, I don't know, get some kind of closure, So we were talking and you were engaging, and then at that point she tells me ukuthi ngamthathela indoda. Hayibo, kanjani futhi manje? Hey, whoa, timer, what a minute. Jane, how come? Athi, urugby. Kwakuyindoda yakhe. What? What a shame. Auntie, she had a crush. She had a huge crush on rugby. The same boy that she told me was such a horrible person in high school. Now, after high school, she's telling me she had a crush on him. I'm like, Nakona, Utini. I took commands. It's the words. Yabana, in the wording, you will get it. When someone doesn't like you, when someone hates towards you, you get it in the choice of words they use to describe a situation about you. I'm telling you. Aibo. But alright, asked me out. Not yes. And from what I saw and what I thought and what she sold to me was she didn't like rugby. She didn't like rugby at all because he was such a mean person. He was such a horrible person, and he didn't have the best interest at heart for me. Gandhi. Ati, you took my mans because when are you always getting things so easily? How? Can't foot manage. Yeah, see, I think at that point I was just like, I should have expected it. I should have just expected it. It's like, it makes sense. I'm not like, oh ma, why would you do that? I was just like, yeah, fun now, like, you're fun now. Like, there's nothing much I can say. There's nothing much I can do. Wait, Nigeria, this type of person is you. And then I don't know how that conversation ended, but I was just so shocked because when lo to rugby same you saying now I took your man's, you saying now that you had a crush on him. Oh, isikhohlakala sentombazane kahle kahle la. So after that, it's just that. Yeah, but I think every once in few months, she would just send me random texts, and then after some time, it was once every other year. So the next time that I heard from her, she sent me a message on my Facebook. She's coming back again with that accusatory tone. Ati, I've heard other things that you've been saying about me, all these horrible things that you were saying about me. I've heard about them. You didn't just like, man, if I'm such an evil person, I'm such a horrible person, leave me alone. Ngiyeke nokukhohlakala kwami, ngishiyele isikhathi sami nami nosuku lami liyoza la ngiyoqonda nakhona nokukhohlakala kwami. Like, remove yourself. Like, there's no obligation now at this point to be engaging with me. Perhaps you were obligated in high school to engage with me because we were doing a lot of things together. We were debating, we were counting on maths. We were in each other's spaces a lot, and therefore thus maybe you were obligated in that sense to be in my space and engage with me. But now we are not even in each other's provinces. We're not even in the same province. Still, you are coming back to me. And you are telling me about things that other people said, that I said about you. How? Hi. Like, I'm so tired of this back and forth. I don't even know what are we fighting. Sibanga ini, I don't know. Like, I don't know, because constantly I always have to be like, what am I doing wrong? I'm not trying to be in a friendship where it doesn't give me grace to be human being. Like, I'm not gonna make mistakes because I'm a human being. I have my own perspectives and I have my own takes on every single thing in this life. How I interact, how I engage, all of those things are linked to traumas, are linked to my upbringing, my values, everything that has been a part of my life that has been pivotal in being the person that I am. So when I engage with you, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about me. Like, wake up and watch. Like, I don't know why she thinks like I'm such a horrible friend, like I'm such a horrible human being. At this point, I've grown a lot. And I know myself a lot. And I think most of the times why I let her get away with a lot of things that she said about me is because I wasn't convicted of myself. I always constantly thought how other people saw me was my truth, but now I am at a point where that is not my truth. I am able to say and stand to say that is not my truth, that is not who I am. Just because when you engage with the situation and you engaged with me, you saw me from that perspective, does not automatically mean that I'm that kind of person. Just means that perhaps you're engaging with me from a perspective of trauma, your trauma that has that thing to do with me, so now I understand the different layers that come with engaging with other people. And just because how other people see you has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what's going on with them, because out of your heart spews the affairs of life. Last year, that was the last time that we met and we were together, and it was good, but again, there's tension, but I didn't mind that because I was here for the other friends and the other people that I value, that I love, that I want to see. There's really nothing about it. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure that you like this video and do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and do comment down below of your friendship fallout. Let me know Uguti, when did you know Uguti la is not make sure. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Till next time, take care, bye.